Hello, my gorgeous group ones. Welcome to your reading. Thank you for joining me here today. So today's readings is another or continuation of the collab that I'm doing with Hey Mystical Mermaid. Today I'm going to be doing How Do They View You? And if you are interested, you can go over to her channel and watch Who Wants to Be Your Valentine. Okay, so there was a mix-up, okay? Not too much, right? So we both ended up recording Who Wants to Be Your Valentine together. So we just decided to pivot instead of freak out. So, I mean, I did a little freaking out, okay? I blame the Virgo in me. But she was like, it's cool, let's just play it by ear. And I'm like, okay, got you, sis, period. Appreciate you. So now I did Who Wants to Be Your Valentine, and she did Why They Want to Be Your Valentine if you're interested in that collab. And now this video is going to be about How Do They View You, which is what I'm covering on her channel. She's going to be going over Who Wants to Be Your Valentine as well. So I guess you can watch those videos and see if anything syncs up. You can get a little bit more information about who your Valentine is, right? From a different reader, different perspective, different, outcome, I guess you could say, or different, just, how people read in general, whatever. I'm talking too much. Welcome to your reading. Let's get into it. How do they view you? Now, I wanted to start off with what's the tea? To see what could be going on in this connection. These are kind of like wild cards because you never know what's going to come out. So let's just see what comes through. I'm going to use my intuition heavily on this because these cards are a little bit like all over the place. So please, Spirit, tap me into the energy of my group ones and who wants to be their Valentine. How does that person view them? Please, Spirit, the person who wants to be their Valentine, how do they view them? Okay. Be sure to go check out her video for who this person is. How do they view them? Please, Spirit, how do they view them? A card flipped over. Okay, so we have fake accounts. Interesting. Someone could be watching you from fake accounts. It says lurking on your social media. Ooh, hidden identity. Can't stop watching you. Stop. Okay, so this is basically giving me that you don't know this person. So hopefully if you watched her video, she kind of maybe touched on that you don't know this person and they don't know you, or this is someone who is just watching you from like a, I guess, third person point of view, because they have no they're not a friend, they're not a lover, there's someone who's just watching you from the outside looking in kind of energy, so like a little bit of a lurker, right? So hopefully if you go watch her video after, she'll definitely get more into who this person is and whether you know them or not, okay? And if they sound like a stranger, it's because they definitely are. Here we have same-ish, different day. Interesting. This could be someone you see on a daily basis, right? It's giving the barista at your favorite Starbucks, and you don't know them, you know of them, right? Because they would have to know of you as well to know you. But it's kind of giving the same thing, different day. When you're doing your regular stuff every day, that's when you see this person. Okay, here we have legal issues. If you pass by a law office or work in a law office, right, then you could know this person from there as well. But that's not what we're going to get into. We're getting into how do they know you. This person could be in legal issues right now. How do they view you? We have bankrupt coming through. That gave me the funniest thing. The way this person in the card is like literally like holding a can or crushing a can, it's definitely giving me how this person could think that you spend money on frivolous things, right? So it's kind of giving how you would be a barista, right? But that doesn't mean you can afford to buy a latte every day, but you just work, I guess, with people who can, because there's people who come in Starbucks and buy the same thing every day, and they're kind of like, look at this person spending their money on a $5 latte. I could never. But they do work there, essentially, in the grand scheme of things. They are providing you this latte, but does that mean they also partake in a latte every day? No. But you do. They can consider you like spending money frivolously. So they could consider you a frivolous spender. Okay. And here we have uninterested. That's cap. This person could act uninterested. Okay. Or they could think you're uninterested. There we go. That makes much more sense. Okay. How does this person view you? Interesting. This person could think you have a lot of fake accounts. This person could think you're fake potentially, especially considering they don't know you. They're just watching and lurking, right? This person is very bored in their life, but we're not getting into who this person is. We're just getting into how they may know you, or, how they view you, okay? So let's get into the tarot cards. How about that? Like I said, that what's the tea can get very chaotic very quick, which is why I try to use as a clarifier more than anything else. Okay, please, Spirit, how does their person view them? This person who may be a little bit of a stranger. Look at that. They have a lot to say. Please, Spirit, how does their person view them? We have the moon. A little secretive, a little bougie. I'm hearing a little standoffish. Interesting. Maybe a little stuffy, because my nose is like getting very stuffy during your reading, and I feel like I blew it out good enough before I started. Then we have Ten of Swords. Ooh. And then the Devil. Interesting. Oh, this is Death. I don't know why I always think of him as the Devil. He just gives this sexy, dark, and, you know, this dark angel, dark feminine, dark goddess vibes. What's coming through for you guys? So someone who's very enchanting, or like a dark enchantress. You know what I mean? So you're not giving cookie cutter, bubblegum pop. You're definitely giving like dark, sultry, sexy, maybe a little bit brooding, standoffish, private. Here we have the Eight of Cups in reverse. We have the Strength card. I was going to say the World, but this is Strength. I don't know why they would have... Why would they not just make him... You know, it makes sense why he's Strength. Let me stop questioning the person who made this deck. Oh my gosh. This person has a lot of questions about you. That much is true, okay? But here we have Atlas Strength with the World coming through here. This person could think you look a little stressed, like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders. Okay, maybe you're built very strong, because we have this, you know, look at him there with his six-pack here. And then we have this Strength card with like a nice arms. Look at this arm. Oh, look at those arms. They think you're sexy. They could like your arms. You could have nice, strong, you know, I'm hearing succulent arms. That is funny. This person is salivating over you, definitely. They think of you like you're a fine piece of meat, whatever your meat suit looks like, okay? Because you could definitely be someone who leans more feminine, more masculine, but either way, they're seeing you as someone who's like very much a goddess with the moon coming out, okay? You're seeing as someone who's moody. We're gonna leave it at that, because with the moon coming through here and Celine meaning the moon and her being the goddess of like changes, cycles, things like that, it's definitely giving like you're someone who always looks different each time they see you. You're someone whose moods change like quick at the drop of a dime kind of energy. That's what's coming through for you guys so far. Can I get a clarify for the moon? Why is the moon here? For how this person views them. So definitely dark feminine, dark goddess vibes. You don't put up with anyone's BS. You definitely keep to yourself. You have nice cheekbones. We have the Three of Coins, the Morai, okay? And this came out in reverse, so we'll leave it like that, because I think it pairs quite well with the moon. The moon is someone who's a little bit dark, standoffish, you know, hard to get to know, a little bit ethereal, where you're like so high above them. Energy is coming through. I'm hearing that song, She's So High Above Me, She's So Lovely by Tall Bachman. So it's definitely giving you're someone who's out of their league. You're leagues above them, literally, you know? Light years away from them. You know, light years out of their league kind of energy, okay? So that's how this person is viewing you. Can I get a clarifier for the Ten of Swords? The Ten of Swords is an energy of like feeling betrayed. It's kind of like with this and the Strength card coming through, you're seen as someone who's like been betrayed a lot. You're very prickly is a vibe that's coming through. So you're someone who's like not the easiest. It's not easy for you to trust people, right? It takes some time for you to open up to people. So you come off as someone who's a little prickly. Here we have the Eight of Wands. Look at her gun. Look at those arms. Yeah, someone who's very well built. Whatever that means for you. Not everyone here is going to be double, you know, cheeked up. Not everybody here is going to be like the biggest, hugest muscles. Some of you are with these two men here. You look like you can lift the world. Literally, those arms. Or I'm getting that scene from Captain America where he's like pulling back the train. Not the train, excuse me, the plane. I'm too busy salivating over how good he looked in that scene. But his arms were bulging. He was shredded. That's the perfect word. You're someone who's definitely shredded. If you're a female, you could definitely be shredded as well, because women can do whatever men can do, okay? Anything you could do, I could do better. You could be seen as someone who's quite competitive. I believe the Eight of Wands would give me that energy. I feel like any other card, like besides the Six of Wands in the deck, that would give me competitive, or besides the Five of Wands even, is the Eight of Wands, especially how she looks here, okay? And I love how we have Atlas and Atalanta. I wonder if they're related in any kind of way. But we have the Ten of Swords clarified by the Eight of Wands. So you're quick to run. You're a little bit skittish is what's coming through. Yeah. Can I get a clarify for the Eight of Cups? The Eight of Cups is also an energy of running away. So I do believe this person sees you as someone who like slips through their fingers. You're hard to like keep a hold of, right? I'm getting like everybody wants you, but you don't want anyone. I'm getting Regina George energy for you guys from Mean Girls. Here we have the King of Cups, which is he's the King of Brooders, okay? If anyone's gonna be a brooder in the deck, it's gonna be the King of Cups, okay? Because he's definitely Scorpio, and we all know, if you know anything about the zodiac signs or astrology, Scorpios they're the 8th house. They're all things like secret and intense. They're death, literally. They're like the dark avenging angels that you don't want to mess with, right? It's giving anti-hero, maybe even villain for some of you. People are like scared of you in a way. So this person who's watching you, how they view you, they can be watching you fake accounts because they're literally scared of what you would say or do if they realized, or if you realized that it was them who liked you or something like that, or they realized if you weren't. So I'm looking at this, I guess we should be looking at it from the perspective of who wants to be your Valentine. So this person who wants to be your Valentine is looking at you like you would like literally chop their head off if you were to know that they wanted to be your Valentine or wanted you to be there. So it's kind of like this intimidation factor that you carry around with the Moon, the 10 of Swords, you know what I mean? The 8 of Wands, the Strength card, the Death card. There's an intensity to you. They're kind of scared to even approach, or make their interest known is what's coming through as well, okay? The King of Cups, you're someone who's like not the most trustworthy person around, okay? Like I said, you've been bruised, you've been burned one too many times. This could be something you wear on your sleeve, or you just have that "don't mess with me, leave me alone, I'm not interested" face, right? Or if they're watching you on social media, that could be something you've spoken about on social media, and they're kind of like, oh, okay, that kind of, that takes me off the roster then. It's kind of giving me, we have the Ace of Swords in reverse, so you're not the most talkative cat, okay? You don't really be chatty like that, but it's giving me like a scene that I was seeing, or like a scenario, right? So there's a Love Island All-Stars, in England. For those of you who watch Love Island, you know what it is. It's a game show where, it's a kind of a game show, reality show, whatever you want to call it, where sexy singles come to an island and like to the villa and potentially fall in love, meet new people, do challenges and basically do grimy things for a span of like 3 months. Kick their fellow, islanders off. They do, sexy, smutty, challenges, you know what I mean? There's like competition, it's like a high level, high stress situation. Basically, there's a girl, I think her name is Whitney, and she's on the new season of Love Island All Stars. And the first scene that I ever see her in, she's like telling this guy off. I forget his name, but she's basically saying, I don't date baby daddies. Like, I don't want someone with a kid. I don't do that. Like, it's not something that I can like fathom myself being responsible for another life that's not my own. Like, when I see myself being a mother, it's with a man who doesn't have kids. And he's like, oh yeah, I understand, it's totally understandable, da, 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 da. And I feel like a lot of people want to gang up on her for her standpoint, saying, oh, you just told this guy that you didn't want to be with a baby daddy, but you're still talking to him, da, 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 da. And she's like, what did you expect me to do? Like, not talk to him, or you're not showing enough interest in him? She's like, what do you want to do? Do you want to bleep? Do you want to bleep? Do you want to, you know what I mean? Kind of energy, like very sassy, very much like has like a little bit of a boundary or a barrier up, or you're quick to defend yourself, quick to cuss out somebody, that kind of energy. And it makes you like, you seem cagey, or like, I don't want to use the word aggressive because I hate when people use that word to describe people of color or just women in general, because get out of here with that. But it's giving like spicy, right? You'll bite somebody's head off is the vibe that's coming through for you guys. But in that specific scene, she was very straightforward. I don't do baby daddies. Sorry, that's not my type. And the guy was immediately taken aback. And people are in the comments like, why can't a woman say she don't want this? Men are very quick to say they would never date a baby mom, never dated this, never dated that. And she's like, as soon as a woman does it, y'all are mad. Like, you're definitely someone who, like I said, embodies a dark feminine energy where you trigger people. And this person could be one of the triggered, or they don't want to even like go toe-to-toe with you is the kind of vibe coming through here. So the Death card, avenging angel, right? Dark side, you're giving Hades, I always think of death as Hades. I don't know why. It will never leave. But Hades, Thanatos, whatever you want to call it, death, Hades, they're all seen as someone who is very intimidating character, someone who could be potentially angry, spiteful, or, always seeking revenge, right? Because he rules over, or he's literally the boss of the Furies, and they're in this deck, you're something. They're the 7 of Swords. I can't remember what they're called right now, but I'm seeing Hades right here, right? an avenging angel for sure. But there's something in this deck. But the Furies is basically what they kind of come down to. They seek revenge and stuff like that. But he's the leader of them, right? Okay, please, Spirit, can I get a clarifier for the Strength card? That was fast. As the Ten of Wands in reverse. Yeah, so there's something here about you carrying a lot. I don't know if they can see it on your face, if they know your life, a little bit about it. Like I said, if you post anything on social media. But this person who wants to be your Valentine is viewing you as someone who's like strong. You're a warrior, okay? That's the vibe that's coming through for you guys. You don't really talk much. You're the strong, silent type, right? You'll beat anybody's behind if they say anything about you. You have no problem speaking your mind when the time does come, even though you are someone who's a little bit quiet. But yeah, you're definitely someone who's the brooding, doesn't like anybody, outcast kind of person in the corner, living your own life, minding your own business is definitely the vibe coming through for you guys. What else did I bring to clarify this message? How do they view you? Let's keep going with these cards here. See, and now that song is coming through. You're coming through with someone who's very independent. You don't need anybody, because I'm hearing, I can do whatever, whenever the heck I want. Hold me close, love myself the most. Be My Own Boyfriend by Olivia Dean. Okay, and that's what she is, basically the song that she's singing, that I can compliment myself, take my own self out, tell my own self I look hot and sexy. Like, I can be my own boyfriend right now. And this person's like, oh, this person doesn't need anyone. They're so used to carrying. I hate people. Like, okay, then come and lift this burden off of me then. Like, don't look at me like I'm someone who, overly independent, hyper independent, can do everything myself. Okay, then offer me some help then. If you see me carrying this whole world and you're not even going to offer to help me, you don't deserve to be my Valentine. That's me popping off. Okay, so you can be someone who pops off, because I'm like, instead of looking at me in this I don't need anybody energy, why don't you look at me as someone who you want to make my life a little softer? How about that? Step up to the plate and do something about it. You know what I mean? But either way, you're definitely someone who's seen as their own boyfriend. Okay, guys, soften up. Okay, you don't have to soften up with this person, but just in general. You know what I mean? Because these men are out here, or whoever this person is, they don't even have to be a man. Sorry. But this person's looking at you as someone who doesn't need help, okay? You've gone through so much and you're still fighting. Yeah, they're seeing you as strong. But as a woman, I'm sick and tired of the whole strong Black woman, strong whatever woman archetype. It's sickening and it's tired, okay? Look at me like I'm soft and I need help. I'm a damsel. Make my life easier is the vibe that I'm trying to out here portray. So when I'm seeing this energy coming through in a reading, she doesn't need help, like, I don't want to hear all that. Okay, yeah, she can do it by her own, on herself. Bruh, not me mixing those up. She can do it on her own and by herself. But that doesn't mean she should, okay? But this is just, this is irking me a little bit. Yeah, they're definitely seeing you as someone who's been through a lot, has a lot of weight on their shoulders, a lot of responsibilities, yada, 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 so on and so forth, okay? But it's kind of like you conceal a lot with the moon. You conceal a lot of those things. So there's a lot of the time they're wondering, it's like, am I actually seeing what I'm seeing? Like, is this beautiful woman out here single? A unicorn? It's kind of what I'm hearing as well. And they're like, yeah, because a lot of these men, I feel like, I'm not even trying to go on like one of a soapbox right now, but yeah, I know what I mean. I feel like you definitely do if you chose this pile. This person could be completely delusional and not seeing the right thing, but if you chose this pile, then you're definitely coming through. I don't need anyone. That card just said sacrifice. Is this the card right here? Yeah, it just said sacrifice. That's the kind of person that you are. You're going to sacrifice and go without. It's giving single mother vibes where she has to go without because she literally can't be everything and do everything for the child. She can't replace the whole of a father. She can try her best, but at the end of the day, she's not the father. She can do what she can, you know what I mean? So maybe your life seems like there's something missing. Maybe you have like a melancholic energy. The moon does give me that as well. Like I said, the King of Cups, the moon, strength, death, is dark, brooding, keeps to themselves, doesn't trust anyone easily. Very much an overachiever with the Eight of Wands coming through here. They want to win at everything. Competitive energy coming through. Ten of Wands and Ten of Swords is very much giving someone who's like just done with everyone. You know what I mean? The Ten of Wands, clarifying the Strength card, could be you softening a little bit with the Ten of Wands in reverse. Like, hey, I don't have to be strong all the time. So maybe if you happen to know this person and you watch Tay's reading, and this is someone you know or you're dating, they do want to kind of see you, or they are kind of trying to soften you up, if that makes any kind of sense. Here we have adaptation. That's you trying to change. Look at her looking a little bit more feminine, more delicate, you know, letting her guard down a little bit in this card here. She's literally either taking off, or I'm looking at it as taking it off. Let's look at the look she's giving. She's giving Nala in Lion King, where she's looking at, you know, Simba. You know how she was looking at that man when they were singing, "Can You Feel the Love Tonight?" She's giving that seductress stare, and she's taking off her pants, her legs, her fins, and getting naked and uncovering that, you know, deeper inner self, right? Period. Okay, sorry, I'm getting crazy. Look, sacrifice actually came out. Look at that. I know I got a peek of it. I'm like, here we go. Yeah, someone who sacrifices so much for whoever's around them, or sure, this pisses me off. Or you sacrifice like relationships because you'd rather be alone because you've been through so much, you know? So you can kind of see the card while I'm still shuffling. Yeah. Or you're someone who's longing for love, but you can't let yourself be open up that way again. You know, you've been hurt too many times. But they definitely see you as someone they want to see get undressed, for sure. How they view you. Ugh, I tell you. It's ghetto out here. I can do whatever, whenever, like I want. Hold me close, love myself the most. Okay, give me a second. So please, Spirit, how is this person who wants to be their Valentine viewing them, please? How are they viewing them? I'm hearing Miss Independent. That's why I love her. The sign of silence has come through to confirm what I was saying about you being someone who's more of a silent watcher. You don't talk much. Or to them at the very least, how they're viewing you as someone who doesn't talk much. So if you are a chatty Cathy, when they're around you, however they may know you, they don't see you as someone who's quite talkative, okay? You're the quiet and brooding person. We have Pearl of Wisdom for someone who's quite wise. Okay, at least that part. I don't know why this slab is giving me the slabs. Right now I'm watching Supernatural. I'm up to season 9. Can you guys believe it? I remember when I was telling you I just started watching the show, and I'm all the way at season 9. Before you know it's going to be season 15. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Because the way season 9 is going is raggedy. Okay? Dean is now in possession of the Mark of Cain, and he's obsessed with the freaking first blade, and he's just turning just more brooding and gruesome each freaking episode. You're giving Dean in season 9 of Supernatural. Yeah, for sure. He's definitely coming through in this reading. He just grunts. He's quick to violence. He's like slapping first, asking questions later, wrestling with this darkness inside of him, right? And I feel like I was spoiled a little bit. I don't know who spoiled me, or I was looking it up, and Google spoiled me, because I'm the kind of person who's looking up what's happening in the season while I'm watching it, so I was spoiled a little bit. And it's just, yeah, it's giving Dean. The Mark of Cain is basically the symbol in the Supernatural universe that just embodies all the dark energies, you know what I mean? And it's wearing on Dean because he's a human, and the mark was made for Cain, which was who's a demon in the show, okay? So it's kind of like you're feeling all these things and all these emotions because all this rage and you know the want to unalive people, and when he doesn't unalive them, he gets physically sick. And he's just like, what's going on with me? And Crowley's like, the mark was made for a demon, first and foremost. And because you're not unaliving people and doing violence, you're physically sick from it. And you're not going to last much long, right? Or, you know, much longer or too long, right? So it's kind of giving that energy here. We have Pearl of Wisdom, though. It's giving me the slabs that they're, like, after in the show. The angel tablet. There was a demon tablet. I guess, was there a human tablet? I don't know. Tablets that just keep popping up in the show. I feel like it's just losing the plot at this point. I'm like, where's this going? Like, please. This couldn't just be a show about brothers hunting all these kinds of monsters, and we could have been learning about different monsters in each episode. Didn't have to have a plot or go anywhere, because now I'm just kind of confused as to what's going to happen at the end, right? But I'm just like, well, I'm here for it. I already started. I gotta go through with it. Here we have best wishes. So this person does have your best interest at heart, right? They are always wishing you well, whether they come through or not, right? Stay tuned for that because Tay is going to be doing a reading about what they're going to do about it, right? Our next reading is going to be who's crushing on you and what are they going to do about it. So this person may be the same person coming through, and you can kind of get into what they're going to do about it. Or you can just watch that reading specifically for what's the person, if you want it to be this person, you know, is going to do about how they're feeling about you. But we have best wishes. They have your best intentions at heart. They wish you well. And we have weathering the storms. They do see you as someone who's going through a lot right now, whatever that may be. I don't know your life, you know, but they could have like a little snippet when they see you at the store or at work or something, however you know this person, right? If you want to know who and how you may know them, I also did a reading about who wants to be your Valentine. It should be uploaded by now. Tay did one, so just watch whichever one you want to watch. Get as much information as you can if you care. Okay. There's another deck I want to pull from. Let me get that right now. I'm going to get to pull some cards for what they want to say, what they have to say to you. So just stay tuned till the end, okay? So please, Spirit, how does this person view them? Who wants to be their Valentine? How do they view them? Here we have a queen. Look at that. Yes. You are a queen in their eyes. I'm hearing she a baddie with her baddie friends. So this could be someone who you see when you're baddie-ish, okay? She a baddie with her baddie friends. Okay, please further clarify this message. How does this person who wants to be their Valentine view them? Very sensual. I'm hearing very statuesque. Please. I love it, though. Okay. We have bad company. Interesting. So you could be a little grumpy. They could see you as bad company from what they know about you. Because what I'm getting is they don't know you well. Whoever this person is, group one, they don't know you well. It's like all these are like from afar, longing. This is like someone walking up to you and like, oh, look at this mermaid. Like, she's so pretty. But they're on land and you're in the water. So there's like a distance here. Like a life difference, cultural difference, because we have the world coming through strength card here. It's kind of like they want to understand where you're coming from. They can't. They can, how can I describe it? They can like realize, like, it's logic, you know, this person's going through a lot of struggle, but if they don't really understand where you came from, if they're from a different culture or religion or race, it's like it's hard sometimes to connect on that level. So they're kind of like, you're going through all this, you're going through all that, or even gender sometimes. What women go through, men could not even fathom, and what men go through, maybe women can't fathom either, but they don't really go through that much. Okay, let me stop. But it's kind of like they can't, there's like a disconnect a little bit there from two different worlds. They're a man thinking of life as a man, and you're a woman thinking and living life as a woman. It's kind of like sometimes it's hard to connect the two, especially when there's racial, you know, especially when there's cultural things that may also further bridge that divide, you know? But here we have up in smoke. Interesting. Maybe they blew their chances, or they're scared, like I said, come forward. I don't know. That's like an interesting card to come through, because this is a jinn, and jinns are meant to like grant wishes, but they're not always good or bad. They decide in the moment, you know? So it's kind of like neutral. You could be someone who's, like I said, anti-hero vibes, or gray, morally gray character, where you can kind of see where they're coming from. That doesn't make them a good guy, and it doesn't make them a outright bad guy. There's like dimensions. There's depth to this person. This person could think you keep bad company. That could be what that's coming through as well with bad company. Could be you keep bad company, you're not the bad company, you know? Okay. They want a closer look. They want a closer look to your life. They want to understand. That's what I'm getting though. Because I feel the need to like bring the tripod down so you can see the cards better, right? They want a closer look at whatever's going on in your life. That's what's coming through. So I just did that. So hopefully, you know, they want to put you under a microscope. You're very interesting to this person. Okay, now let's get these cards here. What would they say? You thought, didn't you? What would they say? Please swear, what will their person say? This person, what will they say? We have, I wonder if you are happy without me. Interesting. That could just be in general, like you're not with them, dating, talking at all. I wonder if your life is happy, you know, so you could definitely give up like a little sad energy sometimes, lonely even. Here we have, I wish I could share my good news with you. That's so cute. You're someone they want to share their good news with. And queens do have a lot of responsibilities now that I'm seeing queen again. So you're definitely seen as someone who like carries a lot of weight. I know I was a distraction from your pain. Ooh, y'all had a little fling with them? A little wham bam, thank you, ma'am. I bury myself in work to forget you. Okay, that's interesting. I wish I had treated you better. Interesting. This could be a past person for some of you. Because there is a vibe of like knowing intimate details about what you're going through. Because if the Ten of Swords is coming through, the Ten of Wands, there has to be some knowledge of the things you're dealing with and struggling with. And I feel like that was kind of coming through as well. And that's why I was like, I don't know where they're watching you from or what they're doing or how they know you. But there's an energy here of them knowing you deal with a lot of things. You know, you struggle a lot, right? You have a lot of responsibilities on your shoulders. I couldn't let you get close to me. Interesting. This could be how they feel about you, that you wouldn't let them get close to you. That could just be how they feel in general. I hide behind material things. Interesting. I wish I could take back my words. Ooh, y'all was fighting. I feel like these are mostly like you when you already know who this person is kind of cards, but I thought it would be cute either way. And it's just the timing just wasn't right for us. Very interesting. Okay. That's what I have for y'all, though. I hope this reading resonated in some kind of way for you guys. If you chose it, this could be someone. A lot of I wish coming through. Only one I know, one I couldn't. The timing, I wonder. But more, I wish, I wish, I wish. So a lot of wishing when it comes to you. Wishing to be with you, things were better, to get back with you, however this resonates for you. Okay, but I hope it resonated. Go over and watch 𝐓𝐿_Mermaid's video, and she'll be going over who this person is, okay? Stay tuned for our collab, which the next one will be Who's Crushing on You, What Will They Do About It? That will be released after this one, obviously, or hopefully, all right? If you ever want a reading from me, you could always do so using my email in the description box below. If you want to join the membership on the channel, you could always do so using the join button on YouTube, or you could just use the link in the description box right by the timestamps. But I did hope it resonated. If it did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the tribe. We love to have you, okay? I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you're watching this reading. Hype the video if you can. And as always, I will see you gorgeous people in the next one. Mwah. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group 2s. Welcome to your reading. Thank you for joining me here today. So today's reading is going to be a collab with the beautiful 𝐓𝐿_Mermaid. Okay, this is our second video collab. We're doing like a series essentially. So this reading is going to be a continuation or the beginning, if this is the first video you're watching in this series. We're going to be getting into how do they view you, and she's going to be getting into who wants to be your Valentine. So essentially, when we were doing the whole collab idea, there was a mix-up, okay? She was supposed to be doing how do they view you, but we ended up doing the same. So she did Who Wants to Be Your Valentine, and so did I. So instead of Freak Out, which I did in the beginning, she was like, I'll just do another reading and you could post another idea with that idea. Basically, we figured out a solution. So I'm doing How Do They View You, and she's doing also Who Wants to Be Your Valentine. And this video, this video will kind of match up with hers, hopefully, okay, if you chose the right piles, okay? So whoever is coming through in her reading for Who Wants to Be Your Valentine, we're going to be getting into how that person view you. Now, if you want nothing to do with the collab, or you're just here watching for how does your person view you, welcome, join the club. But do make sure to go watch her video and see if anything matches up, if there's any synchronicities, because that's the one thing I love about collabs on YouTube with readers. I'm like, how did you know this person said that, or how did things match up? The first time I ever like came across a collab, it was a long time ago when I was first like getting into tarot readings on YouTube. And there was like this, I don't even remember her name or who the collab was with, but there was like a bunch of readers that I would just like binge. I don't even watch their content no more, honestly. I don't remember who they are. I would have to go dig deep in the archives on my YouTube. But anyway, I'm talking too much. I would always baffle me how the readings would, match up. So just for funsies, go check hers out, Who Wants to Be a Valentine. And this is how they view you. So let's get straight into it, okay? Not me saying straight and right at the same time. Let's get straight into it. That sounded almost Australian, did it not? This person could be Australian or you could be Australian. I could never, that's one accent that's so hard for me to get. And I love accents, but that one there, that's my hardest one. I have no idea how to even begin learning how to have an Australian accent. A lot of cards coming through. So we have the Ace of Cups. We have the Page of Cups. This could be someone who's very youthful, very bright, vibrant. We have Strength. And since you want to come out, we'll take this card as well. Judgment. Okay. Very interesting energies coming through here for you guys. Is there another card that flew over or no? I feel like I'm seeing things. This person could be like a clairvoyant, or you could be a seer of sorts. Because I'm seeing stuff where there isn't anything. So we have the Emperor. I wonder if we should leave it in reverse or upright. I'm just doing whatever feels right. So I'm touching them, moving them around. Okay. And then we have Strength. And the first card we have the Ten of Wands. Interesting. 2 of the repeat cards from group 1. Some of you could be from group 1. Okay, so we have the Ten of Wands. We have the Ace of Cups, the Page of Cups, Emperor, Judgment, and Strength. So now we have those out. Can I get a clarifier for the Ten of Wands? Please, Spirit, why is that here? For how does this person view them? How does that person view them? Well, they love your eyes, because iris always makes me think of eyes. You have pretty eyes. You have like a very glowy skin or a very rosy blush. There's gonna be something here about a blush. They like making you blush, okay? There's something here about the apple of your cheeks if you don't wear blush, okay? They can be very chunky. You can have like chipmunk cheeks, okay? But here we have the Nine of Coins. Yeah, this person wants to ease your burden. They want to lighten your load. Oh, they just want to lighten their load. How do they view you as someone who they want to make life a little bit easier for? They want to like buy you food. I hear they want to rub your feet. Hold on. Oh, what is that song? Busted Baby is coming through by Plies and Neo. I'm trying to get the part that I'm especially hearing. I know it Plies with his freaking strong accent. He's like, and I'll take you to and I'll suck it all off until you're something. What is the lyrics? And I'll suck your fat toe and let me spray something. Oh, that song is so dirty. I can't. Okay. Oh, what does he say? He's like, take your shoes off and I'll rub your fat toe and let me pour Kool-Aid on you real slow and I'll lick it all off before I hit the flow. Daddy, is that a different song? No, that's not even Busted Baby. That's Plies. That's Hey Daddy, the remix with Usher. I know it's Plies because I'm hearing him in my head. I know it's Plies, whatever it is. It's Hey Daddy, the remix. So this person wants to be like a daddy figure. Yeah, this person wants to take care of you, period. They want to lighten the load, ease the burden on your shoulders here. Because we also have the Strength coming out with Atlas carrying the role on his shoulders. So you're someone who like has like a lot of struggle, a lot of strife, a lot of responsibilities. And this person just wants to snatch a few things up, right? But slurping, I'm hearing sloppy toppy. Okay, relax, period. But okay. But yeah, he's like, take your shoes off and I'll rub your fat toe. Let me pour Kool-Aid on you real slow, and I'll lick it all off before I hit the flow. Daddy's home, you know how that go. If you say, Daddy's home, oh, home for me, and I know you've been waiting for this loving all day, period. Okay, this person's giving big daddy energy here. We ain't mad at it. Okay, can I get a clarifier for the Ace of Cups, please? This person's a crush on you, okay? At the very least, right? It's like very cutesy feelings, very new feelings. So this could be someone you just met, someone you're dating, you're in a relationship with, but it's like still new for some of you. Others of you, it's a little more lovey-dovey than others, okay? Because the Ace of Cups is the spring, the blossoming of a new connection of new feelings. And the Page of Cups is also the same energy where things are still new and light and you still have butterflies, you still love them. Ooh, look at that. You still want to text them all the time kind of energy. So if this is someone who you've known for a long time, it's giving the energies or the emotions, feelings are still new and fresh. Okay, you're still in that lovey-dovey phase no matter how long you've known them. But the Ace of Cups, can we get a clarifier for that, please? Don't mess up the spread. We have the Six of Swords. Haven't gotten EOS in a long time. Okay. There's something here about your lips. You can have like a pout and they like that. Maybe you're a little bit of a brat and they like that as well. Because that, you can have like a natural pout. You know how people's lips just naturally pout, but it immediately had me thinking how like toddlers pout and have like a temper tantrum. And you can be the kind of person who does that. Okay, you push your lips out a little bit. And they think that's hot. Okay, they like that a lot. Okay, but anyway, that's enough. Okay, shut up. Thank you. Ace of Cups with the Six of Swords. There's something here about they want to move things forward, move things along. They want to get to know you a little bit more. This is another energy of wanting to ease your burdens because the Six of Swords is moving on from troubled waters where the seas were choppy and you couldn't see anything. It was storming. Your ship was here, there, and everywhere. Like the sea wanted to kind of drown you and drag you under. This person kind of wants to take you into that like oasis, that after the storm energy. You know what I mean? So they definitely want to pamper you. I'm hearing princess, daddy's princess. Okay. And isn't that a movie? No, it was Daddy's Little Girls with Idris Elba. Well, he could be, let me stop. He's married. Control yourself. Thank you. Yeah. Control yourself, please. Here we have the Devil. Yeah, there's some energies here. It's new, but they have some things that they want to get into with you. There's some things they want to get into. How they view you. You're temptation personified. You're someone who's like very innocent and very loving, very open, okay? Very cutesy. I like this for you guys. And they kind of want to tarnish that cutesiness a little bit. You know what I mean? Sully you up a little bit, dirty you up, rough you up a little bit is the kind of vibe coming through. You're someone who's all like flowers and butterflies and delicate. You know what I mean? What is that song coming through? Was that a Taylor Swift song? This is for the best. My reputation's never been worse, so you must like beef with me or something. 'Cause I want you. I can't make any promises now, can we, babe? But you can get me a drink, okay? Is it cool that I said all that? Is it cool that you're in my head? 'Cause I know that it's delicate. You know, the beginnings of a connection when you're first starting to get to know someone is very delicate. Delicate, okay? 'Cause I want you, period. Yeah, this person wants you, okay? But how do they view you as someone they want? Like I said, to sully your good name. Let me stop. They do want to get you dirty, though. Here we have the Two of Wands. I'm getting a bunch of dirty images in my head. Please unleash me, unshackle me from this. This is not in no way, shape, or form supposed to be 18 plus, okay? Keep that in mind. Thank you. But with the Emperor and the Two of Wands, please stop it. I'm going to give you 2 letters and I'm going to leave it there. DP, okay? I don't know if that's what they're thinking of when they're looking at you, whatever it is. But this is supposed to be how they view you. Please stop giving me what they want to do to you. This is not the reading, okay? But they want to do some things. They're plotting. With the Two of Wands is literally the energy of plotting. Yeah, that's what they're doing. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. Okay. They said, I can't make any promises. Now, can we, baby? But you can give me a drink, though. I don't know about anything else, but you can buy me a drink. Very interesting person you have here. I'm hearing deviant. So this person is very much a little bit of a deviant. Okay, interesting. Can I get a clarifier for the Judgment card? So we have the Emperor here. So they're definitely seeing you as someone's like about their business is what I heard. I'm trying to figure out what's coming through. They're about your business, about your paper, about your coins. Here we have the Six of Cups, right? That's what it says. It's Nemosin. I'm trying to remember what I read about her. I believe I read for her a while ago. I don't really remember much. But she's coming out to clarify the Judgment. I just saw atheist. This person could think you're atheist, which is very interesting. Huh. I don't know where that came from, but it's like the words I just kind of like switched up. Can I get a clarifier? For strength, we have Page of Coins. You're someone who's a little stubborn, for sure. I'm hearing that a little a lot. Excuse you, not too much. All my groups will choose. Thank you. Here we have the Four of Cups in reverse, and then we have the Hierophant. Okay, let's see what we can do here. I'm trying to make sure we're straight. That's also a saying, like, you straight, you good, you know? That's such a New York thing, but it's like, you straight, you know what I mean? It's kind of coming through. This person wants to make sure you're straight, okay? Because I'm just trying to fix the camera, and that's like, ooh, that's a message right there. Let's move it over a little bit so you can get all the cards. Okay, much better. So, yeah, we have the Hierophant, interesting, and then we have the Four of Cups. They were both in reverse. You can be someone who's a little bit of a hedonist with the Hierophant coming out in the Four of Cups. You try to act like you're uninterested, but there's something here about them knowing you want them to, is what I just heard. Okay, please. This person, get off your high horse, please. Get off your high horse. Unleash my group twos, okay? Let's get some cards from this deck here to see what else we can get about who this person, not who this person is, please. How do they view you? Judgment card is someone who's like a little bit like, I'm hearing in their head, you have like a very strong gut instinct. You have like a very strong inner compass. And that's something that's coming through very strongly here. And the Six of Cups is an energy of like nostalgia, okay? It's an energy of like childhood friends, you know, old memories, right? So there's something here about this person like, there's something here about like you could be someone who follows their inner calling, or just, how can I describe it? How it's coming through in my head. There's like, so for example, I can only give an example right now. There's a dream you've always wanted to accomplish, correct? And it's a dream you've had since you were a child. That's something you have been on the path to like making come true since you were a child. It's something you have been always in the back of your head, always like at the corner of your eye kind of energy you've always been looking for, searching for kind of energy is what's coming through. Some of you can have a little bit of a childlike nature to you, because we have Page of Cups, and then we have the Six of Cups here, and those who kind of get, and then we have pages coming through a lot. So pages are kind of like beginners, they're novices, there's people who haven't experienced much or been through much, or they're very eager to learn, eager to please kind of energy, you know what I mean? So that could definitely be a vibe. You could be like someone who is like more submissive, and you're looking for like a dominant. But then we have the Emperor here, which is a true dominant. So which is it? It's a little bit of both, maybe, because how they're viewing you as someone who's like a little bit soft and delicate, and then you have your moments of being like a leader, you know what I mean? And like telling people like it is, you know, leading people could be a vibe as well. The Judgment card does give me that energy of like, how can I even describe it? Knowing what you're like searching for, knowing where to go next, knowing what to do, right? So it's like giving people that leadership they need, because Athena, for example, being Judgment card, is her, people would always seek her counsel when it came times like battle strategy or armor or war, what to do next, right? And that was what she was really good at. She was the goddess of wisdom and strategy, okay? So you're very good at that. You're someone who's very smart, very intelligent, you know what I mean? But like the Judgment also, without the meaning of Athena attached to it, is an energy of like following your inner calling, following your gut, you know? Following your soul. So you could be someone who's quite soulful. And then we have the World, someone who's strong. Okay, it's Leo energy, so you have like a lot of heart. You're someone whose heart is very strong. I would feel like, I would feel like as well, you know, you feel a lot. Because then we have the Ace of Cups, then we have the Six of Cups, then we have the Page of Cups, and we have Strength. So someone's like very strong-willed, and you have like a really strong and soft heart. I'm getting the vibe you're someone who's not very judgmental, because they're looking at you as someone's like very soft and sweet in a way. Also very hardworking as well, with the Page of Coins coming through here. You're willing to start from the bottom if you have to. Start from the bottom, start with nothing, that kind of energy, and build towards something you want. Yeah, you have no problem putting in the hard work for sure. Let's keep going. How do they view you? Please, Spirit, how does the person who wants to be their Valentine view them? I'm hearing trouble. Specifically the song by Pink, Trouble. I'm trouble now. That song's coming through. Here we have Bad Company. Y'all coming from group 1? Stop watching all the reading. Let me stop. Be my guest if you want to watch all the readings. Who am I to tell you to stop? Bad Company. Interesting. They could think you keep bad company or you're, I don't know. Bad company is crazy to come through twice. Good things come in 3s. Interesting. I'm hearing Charmed. Because the power of 3 is coming through here. So I don't know if you have like 3 sisters or you're one of 3. And like, I just got a very specific message with these 2 cards coming out back to back. Maybe you become like more rowdy or rebellious or misbehaving when you're around like your sisters or your best friends, right? That's the bad company you may keep, okay? Because why would they want to be your Valentine if you're bad company? And why is this card coming out so much? Move. Like, so many questions that need answering. Please. How does your person view them, please, Spirit? Clear space, clear mind. That's that Judgment, Athena, wisdom, energy. Clear space, clear mind. You know what you want is what I think I was trying to say, essentially. You know what you want. You know where you're going. Nothing's going to stop you. Okay, please, Spirit, further clarify the message. We have mind your own. You're a little spunky. You have no problem, like, is it telling someone off or telling this person off in specific, okay? We have crying out. Interesting. That song is coming out or coming through. Crying out, Lil Wayne and Mario. I can feel your heart crying out for me. That song is coming through. Girl, I can feel it. Yeah, it's crying. For me, for me, for me, me, me. Anyway, yeah, that song's coming through. So this person could definitely see you as someone who, like, not needs them, but, like, you could turn into, like, a very big kid when you're with this person, which is why they kind of want to take care of you. You turn into a kid, someone who needs help, someone who needs guiding, and you're usually someone who's very steadfast. You know, this is definitely giving you, like, switch vibes, okay? If you know, you know. If you know, you know, sprinkle, sprinkle. When you're with this person, you're baby, right? And then when you're by yourself, you're very self-sufficient, independent. You know how to get things done, but not when it comes to them, right? It's giving me like a trend that I was seeing on social media where women are like, when my man's not around and she doing everything, she carrying the heavy stuff, but when my man is around, oh, I can't do that. It's too heavy, right? And it was like specifically, like I'm seeing, what is her name here on YouTube? Amaya? Is it Amaya or something like that? Amaya is her daughter. Maisley is the name of the channel. I'd be forgetting the lady's name, right? But basically, she was pregnant with like their 8th or 9th child or whatever, and she was like trying to carry a car seat from one car to the next. And when her husband wasn't around, she was carrying it, and she was carrying her keys and her water bottle and her bag and everything quite easily, no struggle at all. And then in the next clip, well, when my husband is around, and she's just like, I can't carry, I'm too weak, kind of energy, and he had to step in and help her. Oh my gosh. So it's giving this person wants you to be that around them, or they consider you that way around them. You turn into like a little baby, a little kid around them, you know? That's hilarious, because period. Do I look like struggling to open something or fighting for a door when I have a man right there to do it, or a person? Okay. Please further clarify this message for how they view them, please, Spirit. This person who wants to be their Valentine, how they view them. Veil of deception. So we have that, and then we have bad company. But none of the cards here really show deception. None of the cards here I would interpret as deceptive. This is very interesting. Maybe you like them, but you're maybe deceiving yourself or something. Maybe you're holding yourself back from this connection in some kind of way, and they're like seeing you as someone who's like lying to yourself, maybe. You know what I mean? Maybe you're in a relationship. with someone right now. This person coming through isn't your partner. And whenever you're around them, you turn bratty, you argue with them, you turn into like a little kid. There could be a specific friend group you're always with when you're around this person, a little bit of confirmation, I guess we could say. But mind your own is someone who's like very like shy and kind of energy, very giggly, like a manic pixie dream girl is the vibe that I'm getting. I haven't said that in a minute, but manic pixie dream girl, like she's like the bona fide main character in the TV show. She's like, well, who all the girls want to be, who all the guys want kind of energy is what you're coming through as a manic pixie dream girl. And I don't know what that has to do with veil of deception or bad company. Maybe they think you like to play like this big dominant person, but they know you're really submissive on the low, right? Or you like to play someone who's very submissive, but you're very dominant on the low. It's one or the other, guys. It's like you keep this part of you trapped for only them or just trapped in general, you know? Some people have a good, like, sniffer for these things. People who are more submissive than dominant, more dominant than submissive, they just know that you're out here faking being this person who, yeah. Because then, yeah, we had, yeah. It's like someone who's faking to being this big boss when they're really just someone who's, like, very delicate. They're a baby. So you're a baby. You be faking that you're strong when you're really not. Okay, that's funny. Or they know that you be really strong and you're just like putting on a front for them to make them feel more masculine. Because one thing about a guy, from what I've heard, is they like to solve problems. Okay, so if you're dealing with a man and you're giving him problems, he's not finding solutions that they demand for you. Okay, this person loves that you would like make up problems for them to fix, or you pretend to be weak and puny, or you could wink at them, or you pretend to be strong when they know the real tea, right? I just got a clip of someone like tied up in my mind's eye, so that could be something coming through for y'all some kinky bastards. Hey, we have find your voice. This person could love that you're finding your voice. You could be someone who is more submissive and childish with the mind your own. You're scared to speak up for yourself, and they love that you're kind of coming out of your shell with them, you know, or you come out of your shell with them. Here we have bountiful harvest, and then we have courage. So you're becoming someone who's like less meek and more talkative or provocative, especially if you're already getting down and dirty with them. Here we have Pearl of Wisdom. This came through in group 1 as well. So someone here is watching group 1 and group 2. And then we have listen. Look, they love the way you listen. Stop it. Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda. Y'all remember that video? That little boy was funny. You're giving like you listen real good. Okay. I was going to, why not? We're here. I mean, let's to pull some What's the Tea Oracle and see what we can get from this Oracle deck. What's the tea in this connection? What's the tea on how this person views them? Please, Spirit, give me some tea. Try to shuffle it real quick. It's definitely giving you like to act hard when you're really soft, or you like to act soft when you're really hard. It's something like that keeps coming through. Here we have dusted off. That doesn't really help with anything, honestly. Here we have wants you back. This person wants you back. Like, I'm getting, not they want you back like you broke up with them. No, they want you back. Like, you want them and they want you too. You know, that's a better way to put it. They want you too, not want you back. It's like, this is giving like you broke up with them and they want you back. No, that's not what I'm getting at here. It's giving that if you like someone, you like this person, and you go over to Tay's video and it's giving someone who's like shy and doesn't know if you want them, it's giving they also want you back, right? If you were curious, okay? We have didn't know your worth. No, now they're desperate. Too little, too late. Question mark. Negatory. That can resonate for somebody, but I'm not really getting that big of a vibe here. I'm getting like newer love, or, you know, something that's still, you know, cutesy. It hasn't really gone to SHIT yet. For some of you, it could with this bad company and veil of deception coming through here, but I'm not really getting that big of a vibe. So I'm gonna trust my gut. Okay. What's going on? Please, how do they view them? They want you back. They're like, I like this person too. Here we have love on the brain. Okay. Lost in fantasy. Can't stop thinking of them. Love that never left. So for those of you where it is like separation or, you know, past person, all this kind of ghetto-y, I don't like reading for that, because please, they don't want you and there's like a bunch of go back and forth and up and down. Let it go, please. As someone who went through that ish, I'm so over that. I don't like that no more. Right? But anyway, this is not my reading though. So we have love that never left. For those of you who are wondering if they still want you and want you back, yes, they do. Others of you, this is new. They can't stop thinking about you. Okay, boom. How do they view my group 2s, please, Spirit? Almost called group 1s. Definitely somebody here watching. Double dipping. Here we have 8-ish. This is funny. What do you mean? You know, there is a little bit of energy here of somebody maybe thinking that. They may have, like, you know, mixed feelings towards you. They could have mixed feelings towards you. Just keep that in mind. With the veil of deception, bad company, and 8-ish. That those could be warned that this person ain't really no good like that, you know? Here we have fishing for compliments. Okay, that's cute. In my opinion. Yeah, give me... Oh, I don't know why I keep reading as fishing for compliments. It's fishing for comments. Please. Release me. Yo, there's always one group that I'm really dyslexic in. Like, somebody here could be watching who has dyslexia. Because please... There's always like words just switching around. I'm like, that does not say compliments. Why is that what I'm seeing? Crazy. Anyway, and then here we have played out. Interesting. Yo, somebody here trying to come for y'all. What you mean played out? Don't piss me off. Maybe they're trying to see, let the connection play out and see where it goes. Like, you see me trying to run around and find solutions for what these cards are saying. That's why I don't really care for this deck like that. I wish I could send it back. I'm about to. Because it's not giving what it needs to give. Like, it's supposed to clarify. It's not clarifying anything that came through in the reading. Besides, this person may, like, not like you low-key. So be careful with that. Okay. This person likes to get you riled up, though. That can be like an enemies to lovers dynamic going on here. Okay. Always partying. Very interesting. Shots every weekend. No time for you. Party first, love later. Okay. Hopefully these are clarifying something for someone, because these aren't really doing anything for me. I should have just went over to the Hidden Truth Oracle and got some cards from there. Here we have happiness hater. You see? Okay, because now it's given what's going on here. There's one that flew over here. And groupie. Okay, some of you could have a groupie. One more card, please, Spirit. Who is this person, or how do they view them? That was crazy. And girl fight. Jealous vibes, arguments, physical fight. Very interesting. Well, there's that. But let's get some cards from here real quick. From the Hidden Truth Oracle. Happiness hater, groupie, played out, always partying. They can see you with someone who's always partying. They see you as a groupie. That's kind of crazy. There's an op coming through in this reading, and I don't like it. This could be an ex, and they're op, and they're trying to override the reading for someone new and cute. You were the best thing in my life. See, that makes a lot of sense. Which I got to say for yourselves, because I don't like the energy coming through here. I wish things could be different, don't we all? I hope that you can forgive me one day. No. Because you're still a hater. Like, what do you mean if this is someone from your past? I don't care. Like, let me stop being rude. Maybe y'all care. I care. I know you don't care so much, but I still care. Beyonce, I care coming through. We have I replay our conversations over and over. I want to feel that way again. It was my fault, but I blamed you. Sounds about right. I don't react when people mention you. This is a past energy trying to override the reading. Don't piss me off. I want to tell you how I feel. That's better. I like that. I regret lying to you. Wham, wham, wham. And I love you. Okay, so, child, a past person trying to monopolize y'all reading. If this wasn't giving past person, this person, you're the best thing in their life, okay? They replay your conversations over and over. Okay, they want you to feel how they make you feel all the time, okay? They have nothing to be at fault for. Let me stop. I don't know your life. I want to tell you how I feel, right? They want to tell you how they feel. They don't react to how when people mention you. They may be trying to keep their little crushy crush on the down low. Okay, and I love you. So we have that. So I hope this reading resonated for somebody out there. I feel like both of these readings have been kind of chaotic. It could just be me, who knows? But I hope it resonated in some way, shape, or form. If it did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the tribe. We'd love to have you. Feel free to hype the video as well if you can. If you are interested in membership on the channel, you can join my memberships by pressing join. But on YouTube, somewhere there's a join button. I know, I see it all the time. Or you can use the link in my description box right above the timestamp to join my memberships, okay? But if you want to book a reading with me, you could always use my email in the description box below to get in contact with me. I'll send you all the information you need to know, okay? But I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you're watching this reading. And as always, I will see you gorgeous people in the next one. Mwah. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group 3s. Welcome to your reading. Thank you for joining me here in today's reading. Today's reading is going to be a collab with the gorgeous Mystical Mermaid. Okay, so on my channel, we'll be getting into how they view you. On her channel, she'll be getting into who wants to be your Valentine. So we accidentally made a little oopsie and filmed the same topic. So I filmed who wants to be your Valentine and so did she. So if you want to watch both, feel free to do so. I posted mine as well as her video, why do you want to be your Valentine? And on this video, she's doing who wants to be your Valentine. I'm going to be doing how do they view you. So, you know, everything happened the way it should. So let's get right into it. Please check out her video once you're done with this one, okay? Hers is going to be who wants to be your Valentine. So I'm hoping to get into the mind of that person right now and figure out how they view you, okay? The card's acting up. Can you relax? Like, bro. Okay, please, Spirit, tap me into the energy of my group 3s. How does their person view them? Please, Spirit, how does their person view them? Okay, what the heck? Y'all see the cards? This is crazy how each group has their own, like, distinct energy. So we have the 8 of Swords. You're always in your head. We have the 9 of Cups. Interesting. I don't think I want to take all of these cards. I almost turned them over, so maybe I should. Okay, 9 of Cups, 8 of Swords. I'm hearing your own worst enemy is what's coming through. Take that however it may resonate for you. How does the person view them, please? This person could view you as a victim because Medusa is famously known. Well, not famously, but recently it became like wide or common knowledge that she was assaulted by Poseidon in the temple of, was it Athena? I believe it was. And Athena kind of like casted her out and gave her this whole Demogorgon look to her with all the snakes and everything, or made her the villain, or casted her out, or cut off her head, one of those. But basically Athena condemned her for what Poseidon did to her when Medusa came and confided in her that Poseidon, her, So yeah, that's coming through. So this person could see was a victim of that kind of abuse. I don't want to say it. Here we have the Queen of Pentacles. They just see you as someone who's quite delicate, I'm hearing, what do they call that? Is it precious cargo? Yeah, it's giving precious cargo. We have the 9 of Coins. We have 2 9s coming through so far. And then we have the King of Coins. Okay. So you're definitely someone who overthinks. You're your own worst enemy because you could have like anxiety and you just always think the worst of yourself and others around you. That's a small little tidbit coming through. The 9 of Cups also, like, you're coming through as this person's dream person, honestly. So you're coming through as everything they could want. So how they view you as their dream person, okay? They see you as someone who overthinks things for no reason, right? And then we have the Queen of Coins and the freaking King of Coins. Look at that. The Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. That's beautiful. They see you as someone who's very abundant if the 9 of Coins wasn't enough. So they see you as someone who's very self-sufficient. You could be someone who's very independent, I'm hearing like you could be like an independent worker, contractor, something like that. You could also be someone who's like an entrepreneur. You have your own business, but both the King and the Queen coming out, you definitely have your own business, okay? Some of you could be a teacher, a doctor, metaphysical healer, spiritual person, that kind of energy. But with the 9 of Coins, then we have the cornucopia coming on. There was something someone was telling me. I was watching a video and someone was like how the horn of somebody was used as a cornucopia or something. I think it was a video I was watching on Instagram about the parallels between, I started off watching the parallels between Scorpio and Virgo, how the M's, one is closed, one is open, then just I guess the lore behind it. And then I was like doing like a, what do people call it, a rabbit hole down this man's page. I wish I could remember his Instagram. He's so freaking good. He goes into depth about mythology and symbolism and astrology. Sorry, that's boring, y'all. Heard you. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's what's coming through. It was like him describing how Zeus cut off someone's horn and made it into a cornucopia or whatever. But anyway, I think it was the horn of the Capricorn is coming through now. Yes, you're giving big Capricorn vibes here. It was the goat. It was some goat. He cut off something on the goat, and that's what made the cornucopia. So that's why Capricorn is always known as like having means or being financially well off or always chasing the bag, chasing the million. Yeah, it's coming through as that. Very interesting video. He does great at he's great at what he does, that man. And you're great at what you do as well, okay? Can I have a clarifier for the Nine of Cups, please? How does this person view them? Can we clarify the Nine of Cups? They're their dream guy, dream girl, dream person. Here we have 10 of Swords. This has come out so far for every reading, every group. Do we have somebody watching all three? Like, how can y'all sit here and listen to my voice for dang near 3 hours? However this reading is gonna, how long it's gonna be. This is OD. I love y'all. Whoever's watching all three, because, yeah. We have the Chariot. I love that, actually. So you're someone who is very strong. You can, like, deal with anxiety and, I guess, like, I'm hearing self-flagellation. Interesting. Maybe self-harm for some of you as well. But there's something here about you always overcoming it, though. Always coming out on the other side. Where other people may get lost and stay in that darkness. You always find a way out. No matter how bad it may follow you. You know what I mean? You can have nice hair as well. Because I keep, like, moving my head because my ears are still bothering me. And whenever I move my head in, like, a specific way, like, the sound quality gets better because my ears are, like, clogged. And I just keep feeling my hair. She's very fluffy right now. I did, like, is it a rod set on my hair? Like, I blow dried her and then put a rod set in it. And she's just so fluffy and bouncy and curly. If you want to see what she looks like, go over on TikTok. So I've been doing some videos over there. But she's very curly and she smells delicious. And it's, like, just easy style for the week. I just need to do that, child. Anyway, your hair could be nice. Then we're going to stop. Right there. Can I get a clarifier for the Queen of Coins, please? Can I get a clarifier for the Queen of Pentacles? Queen of Pentacles, please, Spirit. We have Justice, please. Okay. You're very about your business. You're very serious. You're, like, very no nonsense when it comes to your money and your, I guess, business practices. Why does that look crooked? Looks a little better. Justice is kind of like, don't mess with me, no nonsense. I see through the BS kind of energy. So the Queen of Pentacles is also like my healer, my nurturer, my mother, my stay-at-home mom kind of energy, where you know that your masculine side to you, because you have both coming through here as a feminine and masculine. So you're very good at going back and forth between the two of those. So when it comes time to hustle, grind, and chase, that's that King of Pentacles coming out there. But when it comes to your Queen of Pentacles, when it comes to your maternal instinct, when it comes to your intuition, when it comes to your healing of yourself and others, you're very, like, on point with that. With the Justice card coming through, you're very fair, very balanced, very just, okay? We have the Nine of Coins. Can I get a clarifier for that, please? Nine of Pentacles is, like, a very comfortable, very, like, sufficient, rich, abundant, secure, kind of stable energy. So with, like I said, all these pentacles ending off the reading of this spread, you're very, like, abundant. With the cornucopia, especially. I'm like, I can't think of another word. Prosperous. Lucky girl syndrome. Lucky guy syndrome. Lucky person syndrome. Here we have Athena judgment coming through. Some of you could be from group 2, because this came through group 2. And so far we have 3 cards that keep coming out. Okay, so with Athena, it's funny how I was mentioning her temple and Medusa. Aren't they? No, sisters, let me stop. You have nice lips, because look at the power on her. Dang. A dark lipstick will do justice on y'all. Y'all will look amazing with a dark lipstick. Just let you know. Maybe you know that already, and you wear it, and this person's like humming, humming. Anyway, you could see with the 8 of Swords and the 9 of Pentacles coming through, just their faces in the card look like very fed up and bored. So you are definitely giving RBF for sure. They view you as someone who's, like I said, very no nonsense. You don't put up a BS kind of energy. You only like demand perfection kind of thing. Very generous, very regal, nurturing. And I don't know why every time. Because Athena has nothing to do with beauty and love and any of that. That's Aphrodite. But whenever I look at the top of this, tell me if you're looking from afar and you don't see her face at all. It's not giving lipstick. Tell me it's not giving lipstick. And this is the card that had me thinking you have really nice lips. So this person views you as someone with really nice lips. You wear nice lipsticks, lip liners, lip combos, whatever you want to call it. But I'm like, every time I look at it from afar, it's giving like lipstick. Because just look at that. If you were like just cover all the card, tell me it's not giving a little lipstick tube. A red lip at that. A very sexy red lip. I didn't ask a question. This is 2 of Cups. Okay, I mean, we'll take him. To clarify this, you're a very stable lover. You're someone who's always there for the people you care about. I do believe you know how to, like, how can I describe it? Give your time wisely. You know when to come home and you know when to go to work. You know when to, clock in and you know when to clock out is the kind of energy coming through here. It's definitely giving someone who has like a busy schedule, but you know how to make time for the things you care about is what's coming through as well. This person views you in a very positive light. The only negative card would be the 10 of Swords coming through here. And I don't know if I read for that. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think I went straight to Apollo, the Chariot. So there is something here about like overthinking, betrayal, backstabbing kind of energy. Maybe this person is considering you their wish come true after betrayal and sorrow and pain. So they're seeing you as like a fulfillment. Okay, she cute. Or they can see you as someone who's a backstabber. Take what resonates, okay? Because y'all need to have something in here. You can't be this perfect person to this person. Please. I will not stand for that. You make them feel less lonely. This is so cute. Oh my goodness. This person likes you a lot or loves you a lot, however far along your connection is, okay? Whether you know them or not, or you're in a relationship with them or not, this person really like admires and respects you for sure. This could kind of be like a co-worker or someone who works for you for some of you, okay? It's like putting you on a pedestal kind of energy coming through here. And now that I'm looking more at the Queen of Pentacles, I'm seeing Angelina Jolie, which I always see. But I know one of her trademark like features on her face is her lips. So that keeps coming through. So please, Spirit, further clarify the message. How does your person view them? Dependable. The sound of silence. You could be someone who's more quiet or you don't speak much. You like your peace and quiet though, for real. Because in her nice, big, luxurious chateau, what is she doing? She is bathed in pearls and she's wearing her nice silks and her what is it called? Satins, and there's another word that I'm looking for that I can't really remember right now. But whatever this material is, it's very rich either way. And is it chiffon is what I wanted to say. Her chiffon, her satin, her silk, and she's sitting there in her pool, in her ocean, in her chateau, like her in her temple, minding her business. So you do like your solitude, your peace. I'm also hearing you love your baths. So this person has to know you somewhat to know all these intimate details about you. So the person who I feel like wants to be your Valentine, and by association, how they're viewing you is someone who you've been in a connection with for a minute now. And they love how you guys balance like everything out. They love how you make time for them and you can make time for your family, make time for your kids kind of energy. Like that's the big vibe that I'm getting here for y'all, okay? They love what you do for the family, how you take care of all the boo-boos, how you cook food, how when they're at work and they can come home and you're taking care of things. Stay-at-home mom vibe is heavy here. Also working mom as well. how you can work and have all these responsibilities and still come home and take care of the little jitlins. You know what I mean? If you have, because if you don't, they love the solitude, the solace, the peace that you bring them and your home. You know what I mean? They see you with someone as a clean home. You're in a strict program. You eat good. You work out. You do yoga. You do Pilates. You keep it snatched. Okay, you take care of yourself. You get pedicures, manicures, your nails done. Like everything you could ever need, you can provide your own self. And they love that. Okay. You have veil of deception. This wants to keep coming out. What do you want from me? They could think there's something you're hiding from them, or this should just be simply talking about there's a part of you they want to know more about. They think you're hiding a little bit of yourself from them. Okay. We have the siren song. This makes a lot of sense because you're coming through as like the most put together person so far in this reading. No tea, no shade to group 1 or group 2. I'm pretty sure this is the deck I'm pulling from right now. Yes, it is. But we have Pearl of Wisdom that matches up with Athena. And I love how she's drenched in pearls as well. So, yeah. Very tempting, very sexy. Oh, yes. Very balanced. I'm hearing a mystical creature. How this card stuck up in here? Are you serious? What card is this? Take your behind over there to that deck. You don't belong here. How does their person view them, please, Spirit? How does their Valentine view them? Ooh, how does their Valentine? I didn't mean to say that. The person who wants to be your Valentine, so y'all have a Valentine already. You have a locked-in partner, I feel like. And if you don't, this person wants that for sure. They want to lock you down. Okay, relax. I'm doing a lot right now. We have give and receive. That's that perfect balance to provide. Like I said, they love coming home to you because they get to be in a relationship with someone who has their ish together, who can be like masculine when needed, when feminine when needed. They have like a perfect partner, okay? Here we have move through loss. You could be someone who's very strong. You know how to move through loss. And then we have seize the day. I hardly ever get this one. I like this card. You definitely are someone who seizes the day. Carpe diem, okay? You could have like little sayings like that, quotes, things that kind of keep you motivated in life. How do they view my group 3s, please, Spirit? You're always in good spirits. We have wayward paths. So you're someone who would do a lot of different things. You have like, you're definitely giving like a manifest generator where you have different jobs, different roles, like mom and then boss, or, you know, you're a politician, then you're also PTA parent, you know. We have divine feminine definitely coming through for you. You have time to tinker. That's cute. And look at how she's looking at this person. What do you mean time to tinker? Tinker with what? They love that playful, seductress vibe that comes out of you. Can you show the card properly? Time to tinker. With what? I'm getting visuals, guys, of you like playing with their, you know, stuff. Here we have lay the foundation. That's something they can really always depend on with you. You're always going to be stable and present and strong. And they can be the same for you. You always show up fully for each other is what I'm getting, okay? So let's get some cards from this. Did I pull from this card earlier? I feel like group 1, 2, 3 is like running into each other. I'm going to use this What's the Tea Oracle to see what cards come through. Because so far it hasn't been any help. But the cards came out, I guess. We have chicken blocking. I don't know if I can say this word on YouTube, so I'm just going to play it safe. The cards are coming out fast. What's the tea? You have photo proof, caught in the act, evidence saved, truth in plain sight. Like, I swear all this has is like, I mean, this is what's the tea. Like, all the cards I feel like are like negative, or, you know? There's no positivity, no upliftment at all in this deck. I'm like, what is even this about? Okay, please, Spirit, for my group 3s. You have bankrupt. Like, you see the cards that be coming out. What do you mean? Same-ish, different day. Like, yeah, we're going to put these to the side. They're not really doing anything for me. I guess the topic of the reading, it just depends. Okay, so what I'm going to do before I leave you guys is get some cards from the Hidden Truth Oracle. This is usually like for people in separation, and I'm not getting separation vibes at all from this reading. It's giving not together, or, I mean, haven't been together, haven't started anything yet, and like in the locked in. So we'll just see what they have to say if anything comes through. I hid who I really am from you. This person could be hiding who they are from you. They're scared to come forward. I'm going to make it fit. You are the best thing in my life, or you are the best thing in my life, okay? Make it fit. them over there so you can see them while I shuffle. The timing just isn't right for us. They could think there's like a timing issue here. Or maybe you never have enough time. But I think you make time. Maybe the time you give them isn't enough. Maybe you're always busy. They view you as someone who's busy. Or they don't see you as much as they would like, period. What will they say? I lost myself for a little while. I'm also hearing I lose myself in you. So that's something. That's very romance book coded. Like, I need to lose myself in you for a minute. Shut your behind now. Okay, these cards were not helpful at all. I'm like, but I guess for people who are in separation, I guess. But I'm like, I feel you leaving me behind. Yeah, I'm not getting that vibe from this reading, though. But like I said, for people who are watching separation, maybe. I look for you everywhere. That's cute. I need my other channel messages deck, and they're all at home. One more. I regret lying to you. One more. Two more. I remember every detail of that day. That's cute. I like that. I feel you even though we are apart. That's also cute. And I also like that. Okay, we're going to leave it there, honestly. But I hope this reading resonated in some way for you guys. I hope you got some kind of clarity for how does this person view you, okay? Your reading was significantly shorter than the others, so I feel like this person's like very sweet, to the point, very direct. They're not going to be sitting here beating around the bush, wasting your time kind of energy. Go over to 𝐓𝐴_𝐼𝐴 channel to see who wants to be your Valentine, who this person may be. And then you can see if there's any like synchronicities, things that kind of tie together, links together. I haven't seen any of the videos that she did. I'm going to watch them, you know, after they're posted and, you know, live. But yeah, this was very fun. I love a good collab. I'm excited to see who I work with next. Let me stop. Like I said, if this reading resonated, like, follow, subscribe, join the tribe. We love to have you. If at any moment you want a personal reading from me, you could always email me, reach out, and I got you. If you want to join the memberships on the channel, you could always do that by pressing join on YouTube, wherever you see join and my channel, or you can just use the link in the description box. Easy peasy, right by the timestamps, okay? But I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you're watching this reading. And as always, I will see you gorgeous people in the next one. Mwah. Bye.